Okay, so this is a New Zealand yen trade that I did yesterday. So I'm just going to run through my analysis of why I entered. So overall, you can see, so this is the 1 hour time frame. So this is my kind of big player time frame, and this is what I will go to first to see where the flow of the market is, who's in control from the time above where I actually do the analysis. So this is the 1 hour time frame, but I want to do my trade on the 15th. So you can see overall this is obviously an uptrend, so it's making higher highs and higher lows along here. You can see this last big move out of here, this breach, it breached this range here, where this lower dash line is breached. It was with a lot of strength. That was back on, what is this, the 3rd of Feb. And then you see it's just been holding here, and the pullback kicks in here. So this is the stage where I can at least look at the power of this pullback on this time frame still. So I can see that the sellers pushed down from here. This came back up weak, so you know the buyers aren't kicking in at that point. Push down again to make a lower low, lower high here. Push down again with a little bit more strength than that bit there, so you know it's not ready now because this is quite strong, and this pullback only comes out what 50% here. Pushes down again now, so this happened during a Asia session, and it barely made a new low. You can even say it didn't make a low because it came right back up. So this is almost probing from, if I move this, from this low point here, it couldn't hold below it. So you can say that this is just a probe. So this is not a lower low. So it comes back up, and from this last move down, which started here, it came all the way back up, 100%, even a little bit past that. So that's a full 100% retracement, full V formation, whatever you want to call that. So that again shows another sign that these sellers are done. They're tired. They can't run no more because they're resting all the way up to where they started. So this next push down, so if I come down to the 15 minutes now, so that was that last push down, and this is the 100% retracement here. So at this stage, I feel like, okay, the sellers are dead. It looks like there's going to be, the buyers might come back in control. They might start pushing again soon because the sellers are finished. The pullback looks like it might be dying, but it's not confirmed yet. So now at this stage on, I think this is Friday morning yesterday, just as Asia finishes up, London opens, you see it's just kind of holding here, holding, pushing down again. But it's within this V formation area, so within this last green push up, it hasn't gone past it. They're not coming down with no high strength. So it holds here for a bit, push down here. I thought it looked slightly strong, but there was no volume there, so I don't think there was much in it. Gets down to this point, and there's a full rejection. I'll zoom in a bit. Yeah, so yeah, pushes down here, makes a hammer candle, so the sellers come down, gets completely pushed up. They try again here, don't even get as low as they did before. Then the next candle they push down, and then that last candle gets completely enveloped. So usually at this stage I'd want to see a little bit more, another come down and then a fail, so to have a little mini W rejection. But you can still count this as a W in itself because it comes down, comes back up, comes down, comes back up again. So it's rejected twice, and it's made a lower high now. So a higher low, sorry. So this, if you on this time frame, you can see clearly that this is a higher low. So this is another stage where buyers will see this and they like to get in at this point when there's a higher low. It's kind of made the W position, but I just like the way it enveloped this last red candle with so much strength. So it went down to here, but completely rejected again for the second time. Came out. So at this point, I would have entered. I actually missed this. I think I just got distracted. Something else was going on in the house. And someone came to the door. Anyway, I came back to the computer and saw this candle. So this is even more confirmation because there's this rejection here twice, and then you can see the strength in this next candle coming up to this area here, where is almost like a little money spot area, because for the people that saw this move, they might think that the sell was continuing, and they'll see this as a support and resistance line here, and they'll start putting on sells around this area, which they did. They tried, but they couldn't get anywhere. So this next candle, you see sellers at that point came down to only to here, went back up to there, tried again, created another hammer, and then even if he wasn't in at this point, you can see this rejection here at this point where sellers should be kicking in. And then another green candle comes, so you could have entered there again. This is further confirmation. But I entered, I think at the close of this candle about there. Stop losses below that recent attempt, even down to here, just to be safe in case it spikes. With a take profit just before the top of this most recent of this high point. So if I go back to the 1 hour, you can see, squeeze this a bit, you can see that this is where the highest price has been in a long time. So I thought, that's a safe entry point. You don't want to get too greedy. You can't just assume price is going to keep going, high into the sky all the time, past all relevant resistance lines. So I put it just before, always to be safe. Don't even put it right up to the highest point, because a lot of the times price gets close to a resistance area and then just starts reversing. So yeah, it went quite smooth after that. Not even one red candle on this time frame until you get up to this point. So at this point, you could see on a lower time frame, this is going sideways a bit. So that would have been another confirmation to take action, either close it, either take a majority portion, take some profit. But yeah, I just closed it at this point. So that was a nice, nearly, it was at 1.8 risk reward return. And now you can see it did actually get past that point, rejected, went up again, held. It didn't really get any higher than that, because you can see, so say this is the highest point where this wick ends of that first push up. It hasn't held above there since, so it's not getting past here. So we'll see what happens on Monday. But there's so much strength here, there is a possibility that it might just pull back a bit deeper and then continue. Who knows? I don't like sitting through all of this, and over the weekend I've secured my money. I'll just look for another trade when Monday comes. Hope that makes sense. Like, subscribe, all of that jazzy stuff if you want to see more. But I'll try and release more of these videos weekly. I've got a backlog of post analysis to post up, but if you've been through the course, obviously these are the strategies and fundamentals that I teach, but watching these videos will help you understand how to apply the overall flow, see how the buyers and sellers die out, and when there's potential to get back in for the move. I'll leave it there.